To the whole world. Guys, I mean, as you can see, we've done a lot, and it seems like there's more to be done. Okay. Oh, there's something that I happened to mess up as I was doing this part here. You see, these methods, there is horizontal solution, is diagonal solution. They need to take as arguments the row and the column, because we want to check with respect to a given row and column. I want to check if we have a horizontal solution there. Okay, now that I've got that out of the way, oh, remember guys, I told you that I won't be recording myself implementing all of these methods. It seems like it is time for me to do so. I want to put their body without actually recording myself as I go on. Now that I've inserted this code on these different methods, you guys, I think it's time for me to write the final portion of this exercise. Okay, perhaps something that I might wanna explain a little bit is this part here, right? The matter of fact, this is the method that I wanna talk a little bit about it. Okay, this one right here. Ideally here we're comparing two cells. Okay, as you can see them, we're saying two cells are equal if their tokens are equal. Okay, so this is just the variation of invoking that equals method here. We're basically passing it different objects. Right here, for instance, we're passing it an object, a cell object from what? A cell object that is actually on an array. Again, guys, it is really hard to explain this. Okay, again, you're gonna have to go to my website to perhaps have a better understanding of how does the equals method function. Okay, it is literally hard to explain in words. Now, told you guys, I need to write the final portion of this here. I'll create a scanner. Scanner. Okay, so here's the deal. I want to create an instance of a grid class. Okay, this is just the grid, you guys. Okay, once I'm done doing it, row column, this is my row, right? And column, of course. This variable right here will help me decide whose turn it is. Okay, I'll have a string to hold game status. Remember, right here, by inserting a token at a given row and column, we get a status returned to us. Okay, so now let's play the game. Do the following while wanna keep going as long as the game is not over, right? Or as long as it's not a draw. So I'll simply go create dot is draw. Okay, I'll keep going as long as it's not a draw. Now, within my while loop, what I want to know is whose turn it is. Before I do that, perhaps it's better if I start by displaying my grid. Once I'm done doing that, I want to know whose turn it is. So if turn mode 2 is not equals to 0, then I know I'll do the following: system.out.print enter a row 0 1 or 2 0 1 or 2. Knowing it's for player X. Okay, for player X. Okay, we know it's player X's turn. Okay, of course that's my row. I need to update my row. Now I wanna enter my column. For player X. Now I'm updating column. Once I'm done doing that, I need to insert my token. So I'll simply do that by going insert, and then I'll pass it row, column, and X as an argument. Okay, otherwise we're gonna have one and the same thing, except that this time around it's player 0's turn. Okay, once a token has been inserted, what we want to know is to check if the token was inserted or not. So if game status equals equals token inserted. Okay, if that is the case, okay, if the token was successfully inserted, what we want to do is to check if the game is over. Grid dot is game over. Now if it is indeed over, then what? Then we wanna display the grid again, then go system, we wanna display who won. System.out.print. Okay, so here's the deal. I wanna check whose turn it is. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. If turn mode 2 is not equals to 0, I'm checking that. If that is not equals to 0, I'll say X, otherwise I'll say that. Okay, and then I'll go player on. Player on. Done. Immediately, perhaps it's a good idea to go break, even though the program will still work without putting this break statement. Okay, now if we have a draw, grid dot is draw. If we have a draw, okay, now display grid dot display. I'll display the grid and then go game over. We have a draw. System dot out dot print game over. Draw. Let me capitalize that. If the game is still on, none of those conditions are true, meaning these two. What we want to do is to increment the 10 variable. Now, suppose that the game status is something else which is not taken inserted. Suppose the token wasn't inserted. What do we do in that case? In that case, we'll simply display the status system.out.print lin game status. Okay. Yeah, guys, they should do it for this tutorial. I'm afraid there's a big chance I made a silly mistake somewhere, somehow. Okay, but you know what? Let's just hit the run button and see what we get. Okay, let's try enter row. Let's just go to 1. So at column 2, at row 2, column 1, we have x. Now it's 1. We've got y. Now it's 2. We've got x. Let's try it. 0, 1. Okay, we're still playing. You know what? Let me make player X win by doing what? By inserting at row 2, token X at row 2, column 0. Boom! X player won. Okay, there are different scenarios here, you guys. Let me try to come up with a draw. How do I come up with a draw? Okay, so X, it's 1, 1. Now, how do I come up with a draw, guys? Let me go 0, 1. 0, 1. Let me go 2, 1, 2, 1. Now for X, let me go 1, 0, 1, 0. I'm trying to come up with a draw. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be successful though. Okay, now whose turn is it? Oh, it's 0's turn. Let me put it up there top right, which is row 0, column 2. Now it's time I put X. Let me put X at 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay. Now let me put 0 at 0, 0, 0. I mean, you know what I meant. Okay. Finally, I'll have to put X at column 2, at row 2, I mean, column 0. Boom, we have a draw, you guys. Again, we can play around with this however we like, okay? But the takeaway here is, you guys, you see, object-oriented programming is super powerful, and you really need to grasp it, right? Otherwise, you won't go far with programming, regardless of what programming. I'm talking about the modern programming languages. They all have object-oriented programming applied in them one way or the other. Okay, so that's gonna be it for this tutorial, you guys. Cheers, I'm gone.